Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So I beat Shambhala, and so I completed the sealed watchtower. That means a seal broken right there. And so I will get the hero scroll. And then I'm very excited to show you this video today. Because some of my favorite videos to watch about Monster Strike are about kind of prominent JP players talking about the hero scroll, which monsters they want to put it on, and why they chose them, and then what ableberry they're hoping to get. So people like Miyabull, Tiger Sakurai, Nao and Shiro. So now I can follow in their footsteps, do my own version of one of their videos. And then, if you remember, this is actually my second. The first one we got as a gift for the 4-year anniversary. The next one I earned. And then I put the first one on Hendrickson, just because I thought he's very powerful, and he goes to lots and lots of quests. And he has a specific use case for an ableberry, and that is for the Cutthroat ableberry. His strike shot takes away a certain amount of a boss's HP, certain percentage, and so does Cutthroat. And they can work together to take away like almost 50% of a boss's HP on a single bar, so that's why I chose him. But for the second hero scroll, I've kind of put together a short list, so we'll look at the candidates here. And then I'll talk about why I would want to choose either any of these guys. First up is Uriel Transcendent, and this is a no-brainer because she's super strong, but also super easy to use, and also super versatile. She can go to lots of quests. And she's like the most, or the second most popular character to put a hero scroll on. And yeah, it's very easy to see why. And then it can be a good idea to put a hero scroll on a transcendent monster in particular, because then they would get 3 slots, which is currently the max. And then I've said this before, but the most efficient way to farm for ableberries is to have 3 slots. In the very rare case that you get 3 gold ableberries in a run, you would typically have to throw away 1 or 2 of those. But if you had a character with 3 slots, you can grab all 3, and there would be no problem there. Okay, next up is Ducky, and yeah, she's also super powerful, also super versatile. And yeah, it wouldn't be any problem at all to put it on her. You could put like Sidekick, Kin Strength, Strike Haste, Knockout, anything. Survivor, it's all good. And yeah, since there are so many good ableberries for her, that's why 3 slots for her would be really good. Okay, and the next up is Melia, and he's one of the strongest Hatcher monsters that I have. And I use him all over the place. He's really strong. And more ableberries would make him stronger, of course. And then he is a standard Hatcher monster. So he only has the single slot. So he could really benefit from a second. And then on him, I have a Kin Speed, although that's not ideal. I would like Sidekick, Kin Strength, but if he did have 2 slots, I think Kin Speed being one of them would be fine. Because that really helps his strike shot. And I've said this before, but his strike shot does more damage when you don't hit anybody. Because his arms like reach beyond his sprite, and then hit guys as he goes by. So with higher speed, he can get more hits, and so do more damage. Okay, next up is Shinji Kaoru, the Evangelion Transcendent monster. And yeah, they would also get 3 slots, so they would be pretty awesome. And I have really liked this character lately. Very versatile, very strong, and kind of a unique ability set, especially as a light monster. And yeah, I will be using them in Yamato Takeru 0 to farm, for example. So yeah, lots of future use for this guy too. And then next up is Miroku Ascension, and she's also a recent Hatcher monster, only has the single slot currently. And then the reason why I want to give it to her is for a specific use case. I want to use Miroku to farm Kain. And in Kain, a Mend Ableberry would be very helpful. But I feel like, a very powerful character like this, just to put a Mend Ableberry on her would be kind of a waste. It wouldn't matter too much, but if she did have 2 slots, I could use one for Mend and then one for a quote-unquote real Ableberry. And then next up is Asano, and this might be a surprise, but there's a good reason to pick him. And the reason for that is because he has 2 S++ Ableberries on him now. So he's complete, more or less. I never need to take him to the temples again. But if I were to give him an Ableberry slot, I would take him back into the temples and maybe aim for a triple S++, which looks very cool. He has a couple kin strength Ableberries now, which makes him a very strong attacker. But I would like the sidekick Ableberry. So that would be a good reason to give him the Hero's Scroll. Okay, next up we got Yamato Takeru Kai, and then he already has a slot for an Ableberry, so he doesn't need it as much as some monsters. But I would really like 2 specific Ableberries for him. One, sidekick, of course, you use him for his bump combo. And then 2, I'd like to give him either Survivor or a Kin Vigor Ableberry. And that would be super helpful in Avalon in particular. So yeah, I would like 2 Ableberry slots for him. Okay, next up is Mikumo. And then, yeah, she's one of my more recent Max Lux. And then she has no way to get an Ableberry except for the Hero's Scroll. You can't make 2 of her and fuse them together. We're probably not going to get a Kai version of Mikumo. And then there's no... there's just no other way to give her an Ableberry. So yeah, the Hero's Scroll is it. Okay, and then finally we got Mott Easton, still one of my favorite characters, and also no other way to give him an Ableberry. However, they are finishing the Kai series of the first round, the first wave of Impossibles, and it's possible that the second wave of Impossibles will also get Kai versions. So I'm going to wait actually on Mott Easton. I'm going to wait and see if there is an Ashura Kai. If there is, then I can hold off on Mott Easton and know that he'll get an Ableberry slot later. If that does not happen, then I'll go back to thinking about giving the Hero Scroll to Mott Easton. Okay, so those are my choices, and let's go ahead to the other screen and then select a character to give the Hero Scroll to. So we'll go here, and here, and here. So yes, I'm going to do a Mikumo Evolution. And the reason for that is because I really like her design. She is a Max Lux, so I'm going to use her a lot. And then she has the 8-turn null everything strike shot, which I love, and which I will use everywhere. That started with PCG3 Ascension, and then I made the double Max Luck of him to give him the Ableberry slot, and then I gave him a Kin Speed Ableberry, since that was his only weakness, I felt, and I was very proud of that. But Mikumo is an even better version of PCG3 Ascension, and yeah, I'm going to probably aim for a Kin Strength Ableberry for her. Although if I get like Survivor or Cutthroat or especially Knockout, I will consider keeping that as well. But yeah, aiming for the Kin Strength, and then I can use her in Kushinada Zero, Mott Easton, and really anywhere that I have the imagination to take her. And then I'm very biased towards giving Hero Scrolls to characters that just can't get Ableberries otherwise, so drop monsters. There are a lot of players in JP that prefer to give the Hero Scroll to Colossal Max Lux, which I completely agree with. And then once I start getting some Colossal Max Lux, I'll probably give them the Hero Scroll as well. Alright, so let's go back to the menu. And yes. Ha 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 ha. Alright, I bet there are not a lot of people out there who have done this for their Mikumo. But yeah, the wood time trial is up today, so maybe I'll take her through and see what I can get. Okay, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming with me on this journey. And then we'll see what happens next month when I get another hero scroll. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.